Okay guys, so we're gonna go ahead and get the meat for dinner prepped, marinated, and absorbing these juices and these flavors. So far I've melted a couple scoops of butter and I've mixed in minced garlic into the butter. I have beat down the meat and made sure it was nice and tender, and then I've taken this knife and I've stabbed holes through the meat so that it can release juices and absorb artificial ones. I've placed pepper on here, and I have placed a little bit of this meat seasoning from Sazon. It's also a tenderizer. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Montreal steak seasoning. I am trying to be cautious of how much salt is in these seasonings as we add more and more, because I don't want to cause like cholesterol or health problems for the family. I am going to put some teriyaki here in my mixing bowl. As my base. I love teriyaki, it's just delicious. You guys can choose whatever flavors you like, but juicing up your bowl as you marinate is a big deal. I'm gonna add a dash of extra virgin oil, sesame oil. I'm actually gonna add a drizzle or two over this. It's gonna help to kind of help the seasonings to kind of stick, and when it's in the oven or if it's on the burner or on the barbecue, wherever it is, it's gonna give it that little bit of a crisp to it and that sizzle crunchy feel, because the oil is gonna almost like act as a deep fryer would on anything that was being greased. Okay, so that is that. We're done with these. Put it away as we go. We're going to put these away. And I'm going to do a little bit of a barbecue rub to finish it up. So we have the teriyaki in here. We're going to add that butter and garlic now. You're going to be able to smell it. If you want, you can dip your finger in the seasoning part and taste it. Do not touch the liquid or any of your sauces after you've added the meat to it. You get sick from having raw blood and meat on your fingers, okay? So whatever you do, I'm going to kill this fly. Oh my gosh. Get away. But I don't even know how this even happened. We haven't had a fly once all year. I shit you not, I gave my fucking brother both of my fly swatters because they like, I don't know. And now there's flies fucking everywhere. But before we begin, I'm going to show you what this looks like. You will need a little bit of water. And again, we have those holes stabbed in there. And it's just nice and juicy. So we're going to add that in there. Oh, yeah. Don't touch the meat with your hands if you don't have to, because you're going to get fucking raw blooded meat, germs all over the counter, and people get sick. Facts. You may not even realize that you're getting sick from not washing your hands and just having cross-contamination issues. Often. I mean, you could even just be feeling icky and not even half cooked, and somebody else didn't clean correctly. So just clean as you go. Don't be afraid to do a good job. You need to make sure that you teach your kids how to do a good job too. And then my kids have learned how to do an excellent job. They actually run the Airbnbs for me whenever I'm at work. I can count on them to do a thorough sanitation, to do a check-in, a check-out, and handle the financial part. She's 13. She's amazing. She's literally fucking extremely smart. She's got to run schools with me. She gets to run the salons with me. even when I was managing at Walmart at that salon, she had a cool thing where she got to sell candy bars, and we set her up a booth inside Walmart, and literally she sold all of her candy instantly. So she has a lot of background already. Even at 13, she's gonna have done everything. She cooks, she cleans, and yeah, sometimes, you know, when she forgets to do a chore, I will come and knock on her door and wake her up, and I don't want to have to be like that. But at the same time, if you don't approach people in your life, whether it's crew, family, kid, partner, anyone, friends, when they're doing something incorrectly, it's just like when a dog poops on the floor. You don't get to come back later and be like, well, you fucking didn't do this right. Whoa. You have to correct them as you go. And sometimes there's times when people need a whole bunch of corrections all at one time, and they might feel like you're attacking them, but you actually really just love them and you care for them, and you know that at some point you're not going to be there anymore, and you want to make sure that they have these skills. Well, that's what we're here to do. This is our time for them right now. So make sure your kids are actually being taught these things, and it's a great time to spend time together. And it's weird because you'll like picture yourself probably baking and cooking with your kids. They don't really want to. Sometimes even when I've done like cupcake night or whatever, they'll get into it a little bit. But I usually get left alone in the kitchen, which is fine. I just want them to know that if they wanted to do that, they could. But our job as parents is literally to make sure 1000% that before your child leaves, they at least know about finances. They know about sanitation, respect, education, options. You know, there's a lot that we have to make sure they know before they get out there. Just because you turn 18 doesn't mean that you're going to just know. There's a lot of adults who don't know how to cook. But yeah, this is our final wrap on that. That's looking really juicy. It smells great. It smells phenomenal. And we're going to go ahead and place that in the refrigerator, and I'm going to get out there and do some yard work. But make sure that you're paying attention to the time. It really doesn't take long at all to come inside and get dinner prepped. Something that you can do is this at night before you go to bed, or even while you're doing the dinner from the night before. Have what you can ready. Like if you want to have potatoes, you might cut them up, dice them up, and put them in water with a little bit of salt so it can pull that starch out over the night, and you can have your fried potatoes in there already cut in the morning. You know, get a potato cutter or whatever you do. I totally recommend you guys getting real potatoes, and we'll go over to make every kind of potato possible. We're big on potatoes here, and we will show you what it looks like with the starch pulling things out, and you know how different foods are dirty, and how you need to wash foods properly, and different things being stored, and we'll break things down for you. But it is very, very, very lovely skill to be able to be somebody who has both sanitation skills, work ethic, and you cooking. You know, you're just an overall just like well-rounded and awesome person. You love nature, you love sports, you do everything. I want to teach everybody how to do everything because it's fun. All right, we'll be back and show you how dinner turned out tonight. If you guys want to watch dinner from last night, we made this really delicious chicken. We were going to do something else with it, but we decided to throw it over some salad, and it turned out so good.